If God spoke to you, what would you do? Hi there. Have you ever asked God a question? Did you get an answer? There have been a number of times where I've asked God questions, and over time, I've gotten answers. Not audibly, of course, but through circumstances I'm convinced only God could have orchestrated. I hope you take a moment to hear my simple story, and then you be the judge. I grew up kind of a Christian with a childlike faith, but I became a very rebellious teenager and I distanced myself from both Jesus and his church. But life circumstances can eventually wear us down, and we begin to question again. To answer questions like, does Jesus love me? And can I really have a relationship with him? Well, there's only one way to find out. Ask him. The best way to create a relationship with someone is to spend time with them. So I did. And I ended up spending a few years going to a park first thing every morning, sitting alone, reading the Bible, and talking, or I guess you could say praying to God, in an attempt to develop a relationship with him. I decided to read the Bible from beginning to end, right from the start. And right from the very beginning, I had specific questions. As an animal lover, I had to know. What were the animals like before the flood? What changed it? What will they be like in the future? Silly, right? But over the next 2 years, God answered those questions in the most dramatic way possible. I had the most amazing hands-on relationship with both a wild crow and then a baby raven. These encounters were so strange and wonderful, I'm convinced only God could have orchestrated such a scenario just for me. That story impacted me so much, I published a picture book and produced a 40-minute short movie, both of which are available online, called Bob Huey and Me. You dope. As I continued reading through the Bible, I asked God other things like race and skin color. I live in a neighborhood with a number of world-class scientists, and beginning in 1986, he used one in particular to share his science and magazines with me. I watched and read everything I could as the Genome Project developed, and I learned it's basically a genetic difference in the kind and amount of melanin in one's skin. And then I had questions about the flood. Now, I consider this to be more of a historical question than a religious one, because most ancient civilizations record it as part of their history. So, if it's true, then shouldn't we be able to see clear evidence of it today? I didn't realize the answer actually took decades and that God had already used some of my favorite hobby interests to help me answer that question. But now I'm convinced God has shown me overwhelming, clear scientific evidence for a worldwide flood in recent history. Soon I will be posting videos that demonstrate what I have found concerning this most fascinating topic. Why? Because if the flood is a reality, it means we have far more serious things to consider and perhaps prepare for. So back to the original question. If God spoke to you, what would you do? For me, the answer is simple. Share it. Seriously, wouldn't you?